When I was young, I was really interested in being an astronaut, and I used to always watch science videos. I just kind of grew up with science, and I've always been interested in it.
My interest is just knowing like the way that biology works and like how humans work, how animals work, how plants work.
Science pretty much makes up everything. So social studies, for example, it's the past, but now this is the present, and yeah, we get to learn about everything.
I think that biology is really cool in general. I took human biology. I think it's really interesting to know how everything works, and I think it's important to be well-rounded in a lot of subjects, even if you don't want to go into them.
It's vital to engage young people on genetics, genomics, frontiers in medicine, because their generation is going to have career opportunities as well as face decisions, unlike any generation that's come before.
So Teaching the Genome Generation, or we call it TtGG, named after bases in the DNA sequence, is really broadly a program for professional development and dissemination of human genetics knowledge with a couple different angles. 10 years ago, we decided that the way to be effective and spread the knowledge and content and love of genetics was to teach teachers.
Teaching the Genome Generation is a high school teacher professional development program that empowers high school teachers to bring modern genetics curriculum into their high school classrooms. We train teachers how to use cutting-edge research equipment that scientists are using every day in the research labs at the Jackson Laboratory.
Yeah, over the years, I've been to countless professional developments, and this one by far is the best of my entire career because I got to bring it back and do it with my students immediately a few months after I went to the training. Finish up your steps.
One of the kind of most amazing parts of this is when students that I don't necessarily anticipate full buy-in say, I feel like a scientist. And I think the students really take on that ownership, and I think we see behaviors in the classes that are far beyond what we normally see.
There's protocol that you have to follow, and I think that's very beneficial, and especially since I'm going into the biology pre-med world, this is giving me an advantage because I actually know how to use the equipment, I know how to have proper lab protocol, and I don't have to play catch up once I get into college and into medical school.
Because what the teachers do has been developed in-house by our team, we're also in the lab here at JAX designing the assays, designing the curriculum, making sure it's ready to deliver to the teachers so that they don't have to do a lot of extra work. Everything is ready for them to implement. So this includes all of the equipment that they need, pipettes, thermocyclers, tips, tubes, consumables, reagents, everything that they need to complete the labs is provided at zero cost to the teacher.
So much is happening with, who owns genes and pharmacies and drugs and all, there's just huge legal complications, and it's woven its way into society so much that you're really sort of at a disadvantage if you don't understand this to make informed decisions.
Even if you don't want to be a scientist at 15 years old, you still need to be equipped with the skills to analyze information no matter where you go, and I think science is one of the most interesting implementations of that. It is math, it is reading, it is all of the other skills that we look at in school from K through 12.
My name is Marnie Gelbart. I'm the director of the Personal Genetics Education and Dialogue program, PGEd for short. We're based in the Department of Genetics at Harvard Medical School. PGEd has always been a part of TtGG since its inception. In the United States, education is fairly decentralized. So every teacher, either at the local teacher level or at the district level, they're making their own curriculum in science classrooms. And, that's to align with state and federal standards. But a lot of times they are, in some ways, reinventing the wheel. And so a program like TtGG brings that frontier to their doorstep. This aspect of what does it mean to be an informed scientific citizen, to be contributing to societal dialogue.
It's now in the curriculum for honors biology, and we have 6 teachers actually doing the lab. 10th grade biology and forensics class did it. It's great to see it go from one classroom across 2 courses and 6 teachers.
And I know what high school science budgets are, and they are very thin. The program provides significant resources in laboratory equipment and expensive reagents and consumable supplies.
So you've got to be creative. You've got to be willing to try different things and make connections. Make a lot of connections with people. They'll be getting ready to graduate and we start talking about, okay, so where do you want to go to school? What do you want to major in? But a lot of times we miss the step of where do you want to be when you're done? And a lot of our kids, this is home and this is their families. Being able to open up a program like this and say, you can do science, and science is stuff that is done everywhere.
So teachers have this essential role in generating those kids that are going to become the biologists, the doctors, the bioinformatics staff of this century.
We're about 9. Okay, hold right there. Hold right there.
Tube, you're making your master mix. Do you have any questions?
It's an important thing for young people to know about because it's the world that we're going to be impacting. So it's very important that people know what they're putting out into this world and what they're taking from the world.
I'm of an age that this was not a thing when I went to high school. I had none of these sorts of experiences. So this program helped me build my confidence and in turn helps the students build some confidence in their abilities.
I would hope to put out confidence in the world. Take chances, and you do you.
In science in general, I think it's good to kind of be like, hey, there's innovations out there that can maybe solve these world issues. So just making yourself aware and like how maybe I can play a part of it, I think it's really good.
I would say that the biggest thing, medical field related, is being able to help people. Even if I don't go into a patient care form of medical, it's always about helping people for me.